Game of the Week.
It is time for the Game of the Week on My 4, and we'll head to Route 146 and then head into the big campus here of Shenendehowa High School at East Gymnasium. On My 4, the Game of the Week tonight. Hi, everybody. Roger Weiland with you. It's Shenendehowa taking on Bethlehem. Getting late in the season, Bethlehem comes in riding a 4-game winning streak. Shen is piecing together an outstanding season in its own right, and we welcome Leah Bowers to our broadcast tonight. Leah, the former Hall of Fame player at Binghamton, does the UAlbany women's games with Rich Becker on ESPN Plus. And Leah, good to see you.
Good to see you. Thanks for having me.
On paper, what does this matchup look like tonight?
It's two very different teams in a lot of different ways. Defensively, they're going to throw different looks out there. I'm interested to see which team's going to recognize those defenses early and be able to attack their offensive schemes.
All right, let's start with the visiting team at Bethlehem. Again, 4 wins in a row, and they've won 5 out of their last 6 games. Here's their resume this season: 9-8 and 5-4. But they're coming on playing really good basketball right now.
Yeah, they've won 4 in a row. They're finally clicking, and this is the point of the season. You want things to be working that way.
And one of the reasons that they're working is Caitlin Robbins. What kind of a presence will she be here tonight?
She's a 5'10 senior captain. She's able to finish with both hands, prefers to go to that left hand dominant, but she defends on both ends. She defends really well. She talks on both ends of the floor. She really is their leader. And
1,000 career point. That happened just a week ago, and they like to do this. Post her up and get her looks down in the blocks. All right, let's get to Shenendehowa and their veteran head coach in his 13th season, Joe Murphy.
They have such a history here at Shenendehowa, and this season is nothing different than that. They're expecting to have a powerhouse season finish to this year.
And what makes them go? Katie Milham has been really good all season for them. She's a double-digit scorer.
Again, another 5'10 junior captain, 15.9 points a game right now. You see that 14 of 17 games in double figures. She's able to score at all 3 levels of the game. Her emphasis this year has been on crashing the rebounds, and it's shown. She's getting a lot of second-chance points for Shenendehowa.
All right, let's talk about Leah Bowers' keys to the game here tonight. Leah, what are you looking at?
Yeah, we need the Eagles to start fast. They have a tendency to start a little bit slow and then have to play that catch-up game for the rest of the game and then boxing out. I led on about Shenendehowa's emphasis on rebounding, so Bethlehem's going to have to find a body on every shot. For Shenendehowa, the scoring in transition, they're going to want to score fast, get a good lead early in this game, and if they can, win that rebounding battle. We already talked, they want to emphasize offensive rebounds. They've got to get those extra opportunities.
And both teams looking for wins late in the season. The playoffs are right around the corner. All right, Leah, when we come back, we'll have the play-by-play for you. Coming up on My 4, Bethlehem against Shenendehowa. We've had one alert day after another in the capital region. Just a little windy on the outside tonight here at Shenendahowa East, and inside we expect a very competitive game between Bethlehem and Shen, and that's Trish Pacini in her first year. She'll start Kelly Von Weedle, a 5'10 senior forward, along with Lily Griesbach, 5'5 sophomore guard. Also in the starting lineup, Hannah Lauenstein, a 5'3 senior guard. And rounding it out to Caitlin Robbins, 18 points, 10 rebounds a game, 6-foot senior, and Kate Bannigan, a 5'9 senior forward. For Shenendahowa, they'll start Kate Milham, a 5'11 junior forward. Maya Parker, a 5'5 junior guard at the point. Gianna Winter, a 5'11 junior forward. Gianna Soden, a 5'10 freshman. And also Kaylee Weber, a 5'10 freshman, rounding out the starting lineup for Joe Murphy. Here's the way the series history looks. Shen leads overall 18-10. And back earlier this season at Hudson Valley Community College, that game was played, it was 50-38. Roger Wineland, Leah Bowers, ready to go. Tip time here at Shen East on the game of the week on My 4 WNYA. And the opening tap controlled by Shenendahowa. And let's see what defense. Looks like zone defense here, Leah, to begin the game for Bethlehem. And they're going to right away put up a long three from the left wing. It's no good. Saved from going out of bounds, but saved to Bethlehem.
Ball did go to Bethlehem, but no. Shenendahowa got their hands on a rebound. That's going to be something to watch if they stay in that 2-3 zone defense.
Man-to-man defense to start by Shen. And there they throw it down inside to Robbins. Griesbach. Now on the baseline is Bannigan. Back out to Von Weedle. Her drive and shot is no good. She fights for her own rebound. We got a jump ball possession arrow. Favors the Eagles here. Always takes a little time, right, for both teams to settle in here a little bit.
Absolutely. You're feeling each other out.
And there's a good hustle by both teams there for that rebound. That's Kate Milham, number 1. It'll be Bethlehem ball. And Griesbach, 5'5 sophomore, inbounding the basketball for Bethlehem. Throws it out front to Lauenstein, and at the buzzer, with the shot clock winding down, she throws up the 3. Inside rebound went to Weber, but we have a foul going over the back. Is Milham for Shenendahowa.
Nice heads-up play by Lauenstein there, understanding how much time was left on that clock, having to get a shot up over the great defender Parker.
Bannigan, the left-hander, gets our first point on the board. And there's Trish Pacini. She's been in the program for like 20 years, but this is her first year as the head coach. And she told me she's loving it. And she's done a good job. And, again, we said they're really playing good basketball coming in, having won 4 in a row and 5 of their last 6. 3-point shot in and out by Weber. Rebound Shen, put back, still doesn't go. And that's Bannigan controlling the boards for Bethlehem. Lauenstein, the point guard. Maya Parker had a little bit of an ankle sprain her last game out. Weren't sure 100% whether she was going to give it a go tonight, but she is in the starting lineup. Shot clock at 5, and the shot in the lane is no good, but they call a travel on Bannigan ahead of that. That's Joe Murphy in year number 13 at Shenendahowa. He's done a tremendous job and replacing a legend in Ken Struby. And we'll talk about a little bit later on. Off the turnover, Lauenstein lays it in, and the bucket is good, and a 3-0 start on the road.
The more opportunities that the Eagles can take advantage of turnovers by Shen, the better for their offense. If they can score quick and not let Shen set up in their defense.
And we got a foul out front. That'll be on number 11, which is Griesbach. First personal and first team foul. We should get to 5 now in high school basketball, and you're shooting. Are you used to that yet?
more used to it than the 7. That was
yeah.
Certainly had to check myself what we were going to be doing today.
That's a good look for Parker. Off the front of the iron, Milham gets the rebound. And another three. Soden, that one is off the front of the iron and no good. But another rebound and another offensive board by Shenendahoa.
It's a great job by Shen as well, because they're still sending two safeties back. Last two shots, Sodan and Parker both getting back to prevent transition points.
Well, the three's not falling right now for Shenendahoa, but when you're a good shooter like Milham, you keep shooting them. And they'll eventually drop. Wallenstein is fouled out front as they hand the ball off. That foul will go against Soden. She tried to reach in on Wallenstein. And the second team foul on Shenendahoa. Yeah, I would say that's a good call.
You see already the mix-up in defenses as well. I think Bethlehem was expecting to still see that zone, and now they're seeing player-to-player pressure.
Hannah with the dribble. To Robbins. Griesbach with the drive. No good. Last touch by Bethlehem. Shen ball. They're still looking for their first points of this first quarter with 4:46 to go. And Milham can shoot it. She's got averages, Kate does 15 points, 8 rebounds a game. Now she makes a move on the baseline. Nice bounce pass into the corner. And that three doesn't go. Again, struggling to hit the three. Missed by Gianna Winter. And here comes Bethlehem back the other way with that 3-0 lead. Trying to feed the post, which is what they do to Robbins. And that time the foul is called on the inside to Gianna Winter, the junior. Third team foul on Shen.
Robin's doing a really nice job of posting, doing that position work ahead of time. Winter just a little too late getting into her three-quarter position to prevent that pass.
Now, if you're coaching, Leah, are you going to double? Are you doubling Robbins?
I think so far you're just going to let it ride and see what Winter's able to do. Nice job of finally getting on the board there for Shen. But see if Robbins is going to dominate one-on-one. If she is, then make the adjustment. Knowing Coach Murphy has a lot of things in his pocket, a lot of tricks up his sleeve, he's going to see what they can do one-on-one first and then make those adjustments.
And the other thing you could do is front her, right?
Absolutely. You can front her, make them have to throw that pass over the top. But Bethlehem's used to that. We saw it in the opening, the highlight reel for Robbins. She's got a great job of keeping that position, and her teammates do a nice job of lobbing over top.
And this is Kate Milham with the drive, up with the right hand, off the glass in the first bucket of the game for Shenendahoa, and a 3-2 score.
Breaking that drought is something that they desperately needed. They're getting good open looks. They're just not dropping.
And another open look, and this one goes in and out. But the rebound, Milham fighting for on the inside with Von Weedle, jump ball. Possession arrow favors Shenendahoa. Maya Parker will inbound. Into the corner, Soden for three, off the back of the iron. At the loose rebound comes to Parker and back out front to Weber. And now Milham, wide open three. No good, and another rebound and another opportunity offensively. Just keep crashing the boards. Milham in the lane, and that one is good and gives Shen the 4-3 lead.
Not really much you can do there when you give a team 3 and 4 tries at the basket. Something to note, Bethlehem's only gotten 2 clean rebounds right now. 1 they scored off of a turnover, and 2 clean defensive rebounds. Everything else, Shen has gotten at least a hand on an offensive rebound.
Griesbach driving baseline and steps on the end line, and a turnover against Bethlehem, and a timeout is being called here by Trish Pacini to talk things over off that turnover in a 4-3 game. What have you seen so far here, Leah Bowers, from both teams?
I think both teams, like you said, are still settling in to what they want to do. This point of the season, they've known each other. They've seen a lot of film on one another, so there's not too many surprises. Of course, each team is going to come up with something, a new scheme each game to kind of throw each other off. But I think what Coach Murphy's talking about is continuing that defensive pressure, listening for the call of what they're going to be in defensively, and on offense, continuing to crash the boards.
Kate Milham has all 4 points for Shenendahoa, and they have the 1-point lead coming out of the called timeout by Bethlehem. Parker works up against the pressure defense of Griesbach. Weber on the baseline, shot no good, rebound knocked out of bounds by Milham, and that will go to Bethlehem. Von Weidel had it, and then Milham knocked it away. Eagles ball. Late stages of the opening quarter here in the game of the week on My 4. Griesbach dump it inside. Robbins fouled from behind. Foul goes against Winter. And that is 4 team fouls, and that's the second on Winter. One more, and Bethlehem will already be shooting foul shots here in this opening quarter. Bannigan with the drive, and the left hand doesn't go. This is going to be an over the back, and this is going to go against Bethlehem. That's on Kelsey Von Weidel, the junior. Or check that, senior. And here's some substitutions now. Winter goes out. And Grace Parsegian, a 5'10 sophomore, into the lineup. Check that, that's Jordan Gurney for Shenendehowa. And that's Weber. Nice move by Weber, still just down and out on all these shots, Leah.
You don't expect the home team to be struggling with those types of issues.
Figure get the kind rims at home. Another turnover by the Eagles, and Shen will use the opportunity to push. Knocked out of bounds by Bethlehem on the drive by Jordan Gurney, a 5'8 sophomore for Shen, off the bench for head coach Joe Murphy. There you see her, number 24. 1:34 to go. And Milham open for three. They're going to pass that up and drive. Misses the shot, but she is fouled. Good take by Milham, and 2 shots coming for her. Passes up the 3 to get to the rim.
Milham does a nice job of slicing through the defense, whether it be zone or player to player. And there she takes that one extra little step to get past Robbins to draw the foul.
2 shots for Milham, who now has 5 points. She's got them all for Shenendehowa to start the game. She's got them both. Second shot is good. Kate Milham, good foul shooter, 6-3. Olivia Littlejohn is the backup point guard, and she's in the lineup. 5'5 junior. And it looks like she's ready to play some defense out front, and now they're going to get a foul as she's trying to go for the steal. That foul is not on her. That foul is on Parsegian, the sophomore. But that is 5 team fouls. And there you see it coming out to double team the ball. And got a piece of Lauenstein, and she's at the line shooting 2 shots. The 15 foul against Shen here with 1:19 to go in the half.
You like to see the urgency on defense. However, those 5 team fouls putting Bethlehem at the line. It's getting easy points right now without the clock ticking.
And an offensive rebound, and the putback is good by Robbins. And
Robbins just takes up so much space in the paint, whether it be creating a post-up or getting position to get an offensive rebound. She does a really nice job.
And that's Bethlehem's first bucket in 5 minutes here. And it ties the game at 6. Milham can hurt you outside or in. Right now she's in the middle in that zone. See if they can get her the ball, and they do. Down on the baseline, nice footwork across the lane. Shot no good. Last touch on the out of bounds by Shenendehowa, and Bethlehem gets it back with 46 seconds to go in a tie game. Lauenstein, the point guard. She's a player that Coach Pacini told me can shoot the 3 ball. She had a brief look at one right there, and then the defense closed out. 10 to shoot. Bannigan underneath, up for the shot and score. Nice move by Kate Bannigan on the baseline to give Bethlehem the lead. 15 seconds to go in the half. Final 10 seconds. shot on its way and no good off the back there. In the rebound, and the putback is no good, and that'll do it for the end of the first half. Gurney had a pretty good look, and it doesn't drop. And we are through the opening quarter here. And Kate Milham has done a nice job offensively for her team, but Shen down by 2, 8-6 after 1 on the game of the week on My 4. And 2 weeks ago, right here at Shenendehowa East, they retired Kevin Herter's number 3 after an outstanding high school career on to Maryland for a couple of years, drafted by the Atlanta Hawks, then a couple of years in Sacramento. Now in his 3rd year, he was traded recently to the Chicago Bulls, and he's about ready to make his debut. And look at the history of the boys basketball program here at Shenendehowa, and Kevin Herter, a big part of that, along with his head coach Tony DeZikas. Some great teams, and not only was he a good basketball player, but I think people might not always remember that he was part of a state championship basketball and baseball team. Just an all-around good athlete. We're underway here in the second quarter, and an 8-6 Bethlehem lead. And Gurney checks out, and Tegan Falk, the 5'7" freshman, got 2 sisters on the team. Both are injured and not playing tonight, but Tegan is on the floor right now for Shen, and the drive nicely done. Lowenstein with the bucket for Bethlehem, and they have opened up a 4-point lead.
I like how Lowenstein plays out of that into the start of the quarter, going from one side to the other. You make the defense shift and have to follow you all the way around. That's really tough to defend the whole time.
And now an active zone defense, but they get the ball down inside to Milham, and she misses with the left hand. That was the right idea offensively, and Milham was open.
Milham's missed her last 2 attempts from that spot, but I love having her at the top because she's not only a shooter, but she can be a passer as well.
Then a blocking foul on Shen, and they reset the fouls every quarter. So that's the first in the second quarter. And that's Sarah Gattano is checked in for Bethlehem, and it's number 2 on the drive, and they call the foul on Parsegian for Bethlehem. Lowenstein working the baseline to Bannigan. Open look, Gattano, and that one is off the back of the iron, no good, and the rebound to Falk. if you haven't figured it out, Milham a big part of everything they do offensively, and that's a three, and it's good from the left wing, and knocking it down is the freshman Tegan Folk.
And who was the assist? Milham. She makes everything happen. She's always got her head up. She's always trying to create some type of havoc for that defense.
1 point game. Nice drive and a foul from behind. It's going to go against Soden. And that's a good drive by Griesbach. And here's the open look by Folk. Feet set, squared up, bang, right?
Nice to see them finally hitting those open shots that they were creating earlier and just weren't going in.
And to your point, Lee, a good pass, good recognition by Milham to hit the open player.
It's the way she passes as well, right? You want to hit your shooter in their hands so they don't have to move much getting up into that shot. Milham is an experienced player, knows where Folk wants that ball, and hits her right in our shooting pocket.
But let me get this straight. At Binghamton, you liked when they missed the shots.
I did.
You got all the rebounds and put them back up and in.
Absolutely. I probably was one of the only players wishing my teammates were going to miss, so I had a chance to go and get it.
Truth be told, I said to Lee, I said, so what position did you play in college at Binghamton? It's a Hall of Famer. He said small forward. I said, well, where did your points come from? And you said all on the inside.
All on the inside. 2 feet in the paint, always.
I love it. That's so old school. And then did you run motion offense and you didn't want to shoot the three?
Well, it wasn't the best 3-point shooter. Definitely didn't have a Milham shooting range. I grew up watching Charles Barkley and Larry Johnson and Patrick Ewing, so those were the players I emulated.
So you were tough then, is what you're saying, huh?
I was tough.
You good?
Much tougher than I am now.
Griesbach saw the seam and she lays it in. And the Eagles go up 12-9 here. Low-scoring game in the second quarter at Shen East tonight. Folk right from that spot just buried one. She wants it back. Milham off the glass, no good. Rebound and put back is good on the inside. That's Grace Parsegan, a 5'10 sophomore, and that's what she does. She gets after it on the glass.
This is a tough shot by Milham and an even tougher rebound. Parsegan was kind of buried under the backboard, went up and got it, and put in the putback.
I think the offenses are starting to come around here a little bit. Milham just takes the ball away and dribbles the other way in transition. Stops on the baseline. Swing it into the left corner. 3-point shot is too strong by Weber. Lauenstein into Robbins with that left hand. She has a strong left, as you just witnessed right there in a 14-11 game.
And she took advantage of Parsegan losing her footing a little bit. But credit to Robbins. All the credit goes to Robbins with her ability to catch the ball in the middle of the paint. She can go both directions, but just favors going over that right shoulder.
Foul was right there, was on Sarah Gaetano. Parker is back in for Shen. And Little John gave her a spell, and she comes back out. Parker with the ball. So far, just a zone defense by Bethlehem, and they turn Milham over there. And a wide open three on its way, and no good by Lauenstein. That might have been a defensive lapse there. She was wide open for that three. That's Folk, the freshman, and buries another one. She has found the stroke here off the bench. Tegan Folk with a couple of threes, and we're tied at 14.
Shen taking advantage of Bethlehem not being set up in their defense. Cross-court pass, knocking down the three.
Griesbach dumps it in, and there's Robbins. That one rolls off the back of the iron and out. Bannigan gets the rebound. She's stuck underneath. They're going to call about a 3-second violation. That Folk here with the hot hand for Shen, 6 points on 2 threes, and we're tied at 14. If you start making threes against the zone lead, do you come out of the zone and go man?
It depends. If you're getting rebounds outside of when they're making their threes, you can stay in it. As long as you're contesting those threes, and if it's something that Bethlehem has practiced and they're confident with, you stick with it. The last thing you want to have is, a constantly changing defense. Then your players kind of question, are we supposed to be in this? should we be playing this type of defense? I always think a coach that's willing to stick with it through at least a couple possessions when the game is still within reach.
Nice baseline jumper there by Griesbach. And that's Folk fielding it. Missed from the near side. He's making them on the opposite side. That one was off the mark. But the Griesbach bucket gives Bethlehem the lead. We kind of go back and forth here a little bit in this opening half of a close game.
I think that's what we expected, right? It was a 12-point game back in December when they played each other. Both teams have played some great competition since then. They're both getting better as teams.
Falk, yes! That's her third three. Teagan lighting it up here. That gives her team the lead by one. And a timeout by Coach Pacini. Hey, you got to feed the hot hand now.
Absolutely. And what they're doing is finding the inside of that zone defense and then kicking it out. One of the possessions, Folk just took a pretty deep Caitlin Clark style three-pointer and she missed it. But again, shooters shoot. You said it before. Shooters keep shooting.
And here is Falk. And that was Milham. And there's Kate in the lane. She's terrific, and she can hurt you either way. All right, here is the Shenendehowa triple-double. Yeah, all in the family, the Folk sisters and the Little John twins. All in the family. I love it. And a lot of that going on here. It's a picture of the three Folks. It says Folk sisters, and there you see the Little John twins. Both juniors, Olivia Littlejohn, Emma Littlejohn, both play regular minutes. Elizabeth Senior plays. Then you have the Fiona and Elizabeth. Actually, two of those sisters are not playing tonight in Bronny and Fiona, but Teagan obviously playing, and you saw what she's doing tonight. She's having herself a game here in this first half. She's knocked down 3 threes. And that is the first Shen lead since the 1:30 mark in the first. Bannigan spinning in the lane and called for a travel.
Going back to Folk there being what looks like the youngest of the three sisters, being one of three sisters as well. I think she's probably spent some time out in the driveway with her sisters, knocking down three-point shots, maybe even having them be her rebounder.
Yeah, she's only a freshman, and she's good, and she can shoot it. And that one is off the mark, and then she was open too. Another wide open look for Teagan. Good rebound by Milham. Back to Parker. Her shot is no good. And the rebound by Griesbach, and a 1-point Shen lead inside 2 minutes to go here in the second quarter.
Bethlehem's going to want to get back to that side-to-side offense they were having success with earlier.
That time they're fronting the post. They tried to throw over it and turned it over. Milham with the left hand off the glass. Good move. Kate Milham attacking the rim, and Shen goes up by 3, 19-16.
Milham does a nice job of deciding which way she wants to go early. You see her take a couple right-handed drives from the top of the key, but that time in transition, she's able to finish left or right.
And we've got a whistle on the inside, and this is going to be a foul on Shenendehowa. This goes against Parsegan. That is 3 on Parsegan. So she's going to come out. And Jordan Gurney, 24, 5'8" sophomore, checks in. Milham with 8 points to lead the way for Shen. Down in low. This time it's Bannigan. So either Bannigan or Robbins can post you up down low, and we're back to a 1-point game again. Final minute of the quarter. Gurney to Falk. 2-3 zone defense by Bethlehem. And now just 10 to shoot. And with 5 seconds on the shot clock, that shot is no good by Weber, but she follows up her own miss and gets the ball back, and back on the offense they go, and Weber's going to try it again, and this time it's good. Kaylee Weber, the freshman, buries the outside three, and Shen up 22-18.
Those extra opportunities for Shen on the offensive rebound. Sometimes it results in 2. It's a killer when it results in 3 points.
Final 10 seconds, and there's steal out front. It's good defense by Jordan Gurney. And there's 10 seconds to go in the half. Carney gets it in. 5 seconds left in the half. Robbins underneath, up for the shot, no good. And that will end the first half. Not a bad drive by Robbins, but it doesn't drop at the buzzer to end the first half of play. And we thought we'd have a good one here on our game of the week, and that's exactly what we do have. 22-18, and Weber 4-3 here in the second quarter. Got it. And welcome back to Shenendahowa. They lead Bethlehem 22-18. Halftime here on this Friday night at our high school game of the week on My 4. As we always do, we look back at our all-stars from this past week on News Channel 13. And let's start on the girls' side. We're halfway through. We picked player number 5 this week on the News Channel 13 Rensselaer Honda High School girls all-star basketball team. And she is a 5'10" senior combo guard. Congratulations to Olivia Landy from Columbia High School. She averaged 17 points, 9 rebounds, 4 steals per game. Our scouts call her a defensive stopper who has really developed her scoring game as well. She can beat you off the bounce and also with the jumper. Super athletic. She plays volleyball and flag football in addition to basketball. A 4-year starter for the Blue Devils. She'll play her college basketball at Division I Wagner out of the NEC Conference.
I know how much work I put in, and obviously I push myself to be the best that I can be every day, and this is just a testament of that. I've always been more of like that player that I go where coach needs me, and definitely just like a versatile role, and whether that be like as a guard or down low. In college, I think I'll be more of a combo guard, but I just like playing basketball, so it doesn't matter to me.
And there you see our top 5 selections. You'll meet all-star number 6 this coming week on News Channel 13. All right, over to the boys' side where we go north for the 5th player of our News Channel 13 Rensselaer Honda High School All-Star team. It's that young man, Kellen Driscoll of Glens Falls. 6'3" senior guard, part of an undefeated team that's ranked number 1 in the state in Class A polls. His scoring average of 18 points, down a bit from last year due to his unselfish play as he leads the team in assists with 7 per game. Our scouts say he's a do-it-all player who is fundamentally sound and simply a winner. Driscoll, a 4-year starter who was already committed to play college basketball at RPI. Glens Falls currently owns a 44-game unbeaten streak, and Driscoll is a big reason why.
Very excited. It's a huge honor in the Capital District to be chosen for something like this. We all pride ourselves in defense. We try to put lots of pressure on teams, and we think that translates to our offense. That makes us very successful. Lots of experience, and then lots of guys that just want to win. No one cares about what their own individual stats. Everyone's just trying to play for a win. It's easy when I have such talented guys around me. I can always find someone that's going to score. Easy.
And congratulations to Kellen Driscoll. He rounds out our top 5 on our team. You'll meet All-Star number 6 this coming Wednesday on News Channel 13. When we come back, I'll be rejoined by Leah Bowers. First half highlights and statistics of a close one. Shen up 22-18 on Bethlehem. And we are back on our game of the week at Shen East tonight. Shenendahowa leads Bethlehem 22-18 at halftime. Leah Bowers is with me tonight. And Leah, what have you seen from both these teams? And it looks like offensively, after a slow start, both teams settling in for what they want to try to do offensively tonight.
Absolutely. We haven't seen too much fluctuation in defenses, what each team wants to do. But again, it takes some time to figure out how they're going to get their points. Shenendahowa is definitely getting extra opportunities off of offensive rebounds, but it's because Bethlehem is staying in that zone defense.
And offensively, as predicted, you're going to go inside to Caitlin Robbins as we check out some first half highlights here. And there she is doing her work down low with that left hand.
She does a great job of going to that left hand. I would love to see Shen maybe sit on that right shoulder coming into this next half, make her see if she can go to that other direction. But again, you pointed out between her and her teammates, going to that left hand is strong.
And then off the bench, the freshman, Tegan Falk, knocking down threes.
Absolutely. I love seeing freshmen come in the game, unafraid to shoot. She missed a couple. She's made 3. She's hot right now.
And you could tell that she wanted the ball. Get me the ball.
Absolutely.
I'm feeling it. Get it to me. And they did. And she made them. What do you make of the first half halftime stats here?
Bethlehem, we know they do want to hit some threes. They're not getting the opportunity to right now. I think Shen's defensive intensity picked up a bit in that second quarter. But really, it's a tightly contested game right now. Both teams are hitting the boards as much as they can. I would love to see Robbins come out and do a little bit more of her magic in this second half.
Let me ask you this from a Shenandoah standpoint. Do you stick with that? I'm sorry, from Bethlehem standpoint, stick with that zone defense.
You know, whatever they have in their pocket, they might want to come into. You might see it after timeouts, maybe to start this third quarter and this fourth quarter, just to get Shen off their rhythm a little bit. It looks like they're really into that 2-3 zone. I think they're probably going to stick with it.
And if you're Bethlehem, just keep feeding the post, right? That seems to have some high level of success down on the inside. We'll come back with the second half. Myself, Leah Bowers, 22-18, and a good second half coming up from Shenandoah. And welcome back to Shenandoah. Ken Struby led this Shen program from 1979 to 2012. 10 Section 2 titles and 4 state championships. How about 588 wins, 156 losses. The great Hall of Fame coach, Ken Struby, also in the Colony Athletic Hall of Fame. And then in comes Joe Murphy for 13 seasons now. So they've had great coaches here and great teams. Of course, they've got a lot of big school, a lot of players to choose from. But they coach them up very well here at Shenandoah. And Ken Struby, one of the greats. Always enjoyed covering his teams over the many, many years. And we're underway here in the second half. I don't think Shen's done anything but play man-to-man, right?
One possession of zone in the beginning of the game, but that was it.
That it, yeah. Griesbach with the miss on the drive, and here comes Parker. That's an open look for Soden. Off the front of the iron, no good. Good hustle, saving it from going out of bounds was Winter, and then saves it in. We got a jump ball, and the possession arrow favors Shen.
Great job by Winter doing anything she can to keep that ball in bounds. Again, most possessions right now that if Shen's missing, they're getting a hand on that basketball.
Now Bethlehem opens up in the zone defense, and that's Weber for three. No good. Milham the rebound. Block on the inside by Robbins, but she stays with it. Goes back up and scores, and it'll be an and one opportunity for Kate Milham. And here's a look at this again, Leah. What do you think here?
Great job of Milham sticking with it. She gets blocked that first time, has the wherewithal to stay with it, get her own miss off that block, and put it in for two.
That's you right there.
She looked a lot more athletic than I did, but excellent job. I was thinking more on the defensive side. I always hated it when I blocked a player and they got their own shot back, and then I ended up fouling them. So
did you have a lot of blocks too in your day?
I did. I was a shot blocker. I could jump back then. Not much anymore. I could probably fit a quarter underneath me, but that's about it.
And you played overseas. You told me in Ireland.
Played a couple years in Ireland.
Great.
Had a great experience over there.
Milham for three, a little too strong. And the weak side rebound to Von Weedle. And into the point guard hands here of Lowenstein. Hannah doing a good job running the offense for Coach Pacini. Just underway here in this third quarter. And a tight game, 24-18. Robbins. Good defense that time. And the ball goes back to Shenendahoa.
You saw the double team there coming from Milham right to that right shoulder of Robbins. I'm not saying Robbins can't score over two. She has a little bit of a height advantage on Milham, but again, Milham just applying a little bit of that pressure made Robbins think twice about taking that shot.
Near turnover and then a foul on Shen. Oh no, that's going to go against Bethlehem. That's Lowenstein. That's the second team foul already in this quarter against the Eagles. Parker's been quiet, but I think she's playing hurt tonight, but nice feed and good position down low by Milham, turns and lays it in.
Those early three-pointers that Shen made in the first half are creating those openings in the zone defense of Bethlehem. So Milham maybe didn't have as much space in the first half to make that drive. Now the perimeter players on the zone defense have to worry about those perimeter shooters, and Milham has a little more space.
Griesbach with a big answer as Shen opened up their biggest lead of the game. Milham with 12 points to lead the way. A big answer by Griesbach right there to keep this at a 6-point game. Parker with the drive. Milham out front with it. Parker thought about the three, and now she's going to put one up. It's short. Milham and Robbins going for the rebound. Milham comes up with it. Her shot is no good. Bannigan, strong rebound. And the outlet to Griesbacher. That's a nice feed up to Robbins. And a terrific feed, a recognition by Lowenstein. And Robbins lays it in. It's a 4-point game and a foul on Robbins. See if that's on 35. I think it will be. And there's a little nice transition bucket there. We haven't seen much in terms of the transition game, but that one certainly worked well, and a nice easy layup on the transition fast break by Bethlehem.
Unfortunately, Robbins just isn't getting the opportunity to leak out, as they call it, get in transition, because she's doing all the dirty work down below trying to get defensive rebounds.
Milham with the miss at the line, and the score remains 4-point deficit by the Eagles, 26-22. Von Weedle looks inside. Robbins, and a 3-second violation. Wow, that's a tough call.
It's tough. I thought she had a little bit more time to maybe get her feet out of the paint. But again, quick decisions are going to suit Robbins. So whether it be a quick shot or a quick pass out, then they can get the ball back into her for that repost.
Soden for three. A little strong inside rebound, though, to Shen, and the putback is good by Weber. Kaylee Weber. Nice position on the offensive boards, and back to a 6-point lead for Shen. Griesbach guarded by Soden. Bannigan across the lane. Hung right off the front of that iron and didn't go, and that back the other way in transition comes Kaylee Weber. Parker lost control of the ball. It's loose down on the floor. Still scrambling for it. Bannigan comes up with it, and she lost it. And it goes out of bounds. It'll be Shen ball.
Love to see the hustle on the floor right now. I didn't hate the shot that Bannigan took down the other end. But again, They're doing everything they can to get good shots. They're getting on the floor. Bethlehem just wasn't able to come up with that loose ball there.
Yeah, it's just an all-around nice job hustle by both teams. Bannigan couldn't hold control at the end, and Shen has it with a 28-22 lead. It's been tight from the start. Soden, open look for Weber, no good. Rebound Milham, shot no good, and getting it is Lauenstein. And she'll bring it up for Bethlehem, down by 6. 3:23 to go in this third quarter. Gaetano feeds Bannigan. Bannigan's shot on the inside is no good. Follows up her own miss, gets the rebound. Lauenstein with the drive. That's no good. Scramble for it again. And right in the middle, Bannigan had a great look right from the paint. There's a lid on that rim on that sequence, I can tell you that. A lot of good cracks right there. Parker with the drive and the floater over the front of the iron. And a timeout by Coach Piccini as Shen grabs a 30-22 lead. So when you watch Shenandoah Hall play and you talk to Joe Murphy, and I was able to chat with him last week about his team, he talks a lot about Kate Milham, and I can see why.
Absolutely. He speaks volumes about her. She's a hard worker. This season she's getting in the gym early, and that makes a huge difference. You get extra shots up alone on your own. Maybe you have a rebounder with you, but she's working hard, and she's earning all of those 15 points a game she's shooting.
Yes, 6 20-plus point games. Sister Anna, also a grad of Shenandoah Hall, playing at St. John Fisher. Kate Milham having an outstanding season here as Shen trying to get a big win in the Suburban Council because the playoffs are literally right around the corner. Another week or so and the regular season will be all over. Yeah, all the siblings you talk about, Kate Milham, all the siblings played basketball, including Anna, their class of 2019. 4 years at St. John Fisher, won 2 sectional titles. Kate was a third-team All-Star in 2023. She had 29 the other night. She dropped 29 against B Spa.
Basketball just seems to be in the blood here, in the water here in Clifton Park.
No doubt. No doubt. It's been that way again. Go back to the Ken Struby days. Been that way for a while.
Yeah.
Soden with a block from behind on Griesbach.
You're starting to see the length of Shenandoah's defense really affect the shots selection of Bethlehem.
So just 8 to shoot once they get the ball inbounds. Into Bannigan, guarded by Milham. Bannigan with 3, puts up a baseline shot, but that's just well contested by Milham, and Bannigan had no choice with the shot clock winding down. Bannigan with the rebound off the miss, and Kate will push in transition. Inside to Robbins, and a foul from behind on Gianna Winter. It's the second time in this quarter that Shen has opened up an 8-point lead. That's where it's at right now with 2:05 to go. Substitutions, Parsegan comes in. She's got 3 fouls, and out comes Gianna Winter. And there is a 3-ball, and good by Lauenstein for 3, and it's a 5-point game. That's their first 3-point made shot of the game for the Eagles.
Much needed at this point of the game as well, not allowing Shen to turn this lead into a double-digit lead.
Had a good look, and nothing but net.
Sometimes all you need is to see one go through the net. Even if it's not you, if it's your teammate, if you make it feel like that 3-point line is open.
Lauenstein with 6 points in the game. Bethlehem down by 5, and Shen turns it over. Well, she thought about taking another 3. Instead, she drives, makes an excellent bounce pass to Robbins. She goes up for the shot on the inside and can't convert. And Shen whipped the basketball on a reach-in foul by Gaetano for Shen. I thought maybe Lauenstein was going to shoot another three. She had a pretty good look right there at the top of the key and instead elected to take it to the rim. Final 1:18 of the third quarter. Tegan Folk is back in the game, 15. She had the hot hand in the first half from deep. Pressuring Milham. Good defense by Gaetano. Shot clock at 5. Parker. Folk for 3. No good. As the shot clock was ready to expire. Pretty good look for Folk. Bethlehem trying to slice into a 5-point lead. Inside to Robbins. Back out. Bannigan for 3. No good. Bannigan gets her own rebound. Passes it back out. Right wing 3 is good. Back-to-back threes. That is Lily Griesbach. And this is a 2-point game in the final 25 seconds.
Inside-out offense. It was an inside attack, offensive rebound, kicking out to a 3-point shooter.
And how about Milham? She has an answer at the other end. She buries the 3. And with 10 seconds to go and a half, it's a 5-point Shen lead. See if Bethlehem plays here for just the final shot. Only 7 seconds to go. On the drive, no good. Rebound. And the putback at the buzzer, that's going to count. That is Robbins with a rebound at the buzzer to score the ball for Bethlehem. And we've got a 3-point game. And Caitlin Robbins, the 6-foot senior, averages double-double a game. And she gets a big rebound to end the third quarter in our game of the week on My 4. The fourth quarter is coming up. And a matchup of champions here tonight at Shenendahowa. Shen against Bethlehem. And you look at the great history, and here is a look at the matchup of champions. Shenendahowa, Class AA, 8 sectional titles. Class A, 7 sectional titles, and 4 state titles in AA for Bethlehem. 2 sectional titles in AA, and 2 sectional titles in Class A. Pretty impressive right there on that graphic. And we're set to go in a tight game here to begin the fourth quarter. Shen up by 3, 33-30. Gaetano drops it in low to Robbins, and her pass back out almost a turnover. But a good job by Griesbach to track it down. Shot clock at 6 into Robbins, and that one rolls out. She had a good look down on the blocks. And Parker back the other way for Shen in transition. Soden with a drive, kick into the corner, and the 3 is good. That is Jordan Gurney.
Bethlehem going to a player-to-player, man-to-man defense there. Just in transition, didn't match up. You saw a little bit of confusion, resulting in that Gurney three.
Lauenstein was tied up, almost turned it over, and now a foul on Soden, going for that loose ball against Griesbach, Lily the sophomore. And there's the three, and a good look, and Gurney, the sophomore at 5'8". And on the scouting report, one of the players on the Shen team that can make threes. Coach Murphy has a couple of them that get that green light. Beautiful backdoor cut. Layup is missed, but Robbins is right there to get the boards, draws the foul, and she'll shoot 2 shots. That's the way to clean it up for the Gaetano miss, but Robbins just has a knack for going to get the basketball.
And this is the point of the game where they're going to need, Bethlehem's going to need Robbins to make things happen, whether it be offensive rebounds, good post-ups. Even if she's just posting up, she's creating position for her teammates to get to the basket. That was a result of that there, even though Gaetano missed.
And she makes 1 out of 2, so we get ourselves a 4-point game. 35-31. Soden on the blocks. Good ball movement on the perimeter of Milham. Parker has it. Back to Milham. Good defense here by Bethlehem in their zone. They're moving pretty well here. Kate Milham goes in the lane. Shot is no good. Bannigan gets it and off to Griesbach with it. Now Lauenstein. And she is on the drive. Going to be fouled. Team foul number 3 against Shen. That's on Soden. Soden guarding here, and yep, there's a reach-in foul on Soden. She will come out. And checking in is Weber for Shenendahowa. 4-point game. Bannigan has a lane. Right down she goes. She saw that seam, took full advantage, laid it in with the right hand, and we've got a 2-point game.
And if you notice, Robbins was clearing space in that paint, giving Bannigan a clear lane to the basket.
Parker has it. Bounce pass gets away. They try to get it to Milham, and they're going to call a jump ball. And the possession error favors Shen. They're fortunate there they didn't turn that ball over. And that bounce almost ended up in a turnover, but Shen gets it back. And now this time they do turn it over. And now Bethlehem down by 2 can tie or take the lead on this possession with still 5:44 to go. We're in the 4th quarter here at Shen tonight. Roger Weiland, Leah Bowers on our game of the week. Robbins. And she tried to throw the ball into the corner, and it was stolen by Parker. She was trying to hit Griesbach for the shot. Parker down. And that's going to be a foul. Hannah Lauenstein with the foul for Bethlehem. And that is the 3rd on Hannah. They're definitely putting more pressure on Milham when she has the ball, even in that zone. Good ball movement here by Shen offensively to get Milham the look for 3. That is off the mark. Rebound, Griesbach. Lauenstein has it. Griesbach in the backcourt. 2-point game. Bethlehem down by 2. Shot on its way, no good by Bannigan. And the rebound to Weber. And you hear Coach Murphy saying, push it.
If Bethlehem can keep this to a 2-possession game with 2 minutes or less, I think a close game is going to favor Bethlehem in the end.
Milham got 2 players around her. She still finds a way to attack the glass and draw the foul. That's going to be on Bannigan, and a 2-shot opportunity for Milham. It's 2 on Bannigan, the second team foul. And Milham misses the front end of a 2-shot foul. One more for the junior, and she's got the second, and back to a 3-point game. 4:20 to go in the fourth. Griesbach with the drive, pull up on its way, and good. Lily buries a big shot for Bethlehem. It's a 1-point game.
Tough shot coming off of a Horns double ball screen at the top of the key. Really
Wide
nice decision.
open inside. Great feed by Parker. And open was Gianna Winter, and she scores, and it's back to a 3-point game. Let's see if Bethlehem has an answer. Robbins to Bannigan. No good. Robbins right there for the putback, and it's back to a 1-point game again. 3:30 to go. Which team can get the stops and come up with the turnover? And that's going to be a jump ball, and that is an excellent job by Gaetano, the senior, just to reach in there and force the jump ball, and the possession arrow favors Bethlehem.
Milham hasn't been hesitating in the top of the zone offense like she did just there, and Bethlehem took advantage of it by drawing that jump ball.
38-37, Shen with a lead, but Bethlehem, big possession here to try to take the lead in the fourth quarter. Gaetano with the drive off the glass, no good. Scramble for the rebound, Shen comes up with it. Weber up ahead to Parker. Parker pushing in transition, inside, layup is good. Parker sets up Winter, who lays it in, and that's what Maya Parker can do, handling the ball and getting a transition bucket there. And her team with a 3-point lead, nice feed, and the lay-in on the inside by Gianna Winter, the junior forward. And now with just inside 3 minutes to go, Leah Bowers, we get a 3-point game here.
Yeah, Shen right now is understanding that with the lead, defensive possessions, stops are what are paramount right now. Offense, wonderful, of course, but they want to get stops. So Coach Murphy's telling his team, we need 3 stops, 4 stops right now. That's what we're focusing on. And above all else, we need to finish with defensive rebounds. On the other side, Bethlehem is just looking to get quick points. They don't have to be threes. You don't have to tie the game right now. You've got almost 3 minutes left.
All right, let's take a look at the Suburban Council standings here. And you see Columbia at top at 9-1, and Shaker and Colony and Albany all having outstanding years. And then Shen and Bethlehem right there, 5-3 and 4-4. Niski, Averill Park, B-Spa, and onward we go. A look at the Suburban Council standings with not many games left in the regular season. February 21st is when the playoff seeds come out. So next week is the last week of the regular season. Then it's go time for the postseason here in the Capital Region. Set to go out of the timeout. Bethlehem with the ball, down by 3. Lauenstein with the dribble, Parker guarding her. Inside Robbins, up for the shot, left-handed shot is good. He is tough down on the blocks, Caitlin Robbins.
One-on-one, she is really hard to guard. You got to send someone else just to make her think twice about taking that left-handed hook.
That's so true. One-on-one down there, she is really difficult. And a 1-point game. Milham right in the middle, turns and puts up a 15-footer, no good. Bannigan gets the rebound. And once again, Bethlehem in position to take the lead here, down by 1. $16 to shoot. 1-point game. Bethlehem down by 1, 40-39. Inside 2 minutes to go. Lauenstein got it. And a foul. Excellent move by Hannah. Count the bucket and 1, and that gives Bethlehem the lead here, 41-40 with 1:49 to go.
You could see it just seconds before that attack. Lowenstein wanted the ball in her hand. The senior point guard wants the ball to be under control and make sure they get a good shot.
misses the foul shot, but Bethlehem has their first lead since the 3:02 mark of the second quarter. 41-41, 42 to go. We wanted a good one, Leah Bowers, and we got one. On our game of the week, open inside. And let's see, they get a timeout. Joe Murphy gets a timeout. Soden was down on the floor, and Joe Murphy got the timeout that he wanted with 1:29 to go in a one-point game. So look at the replay. They were trying to get it down inside to Winter again, where she's had some success here tonight. And when you talk about this Bethlehem team, you talk about longtime teammates and 7 seniors. This group together since the third grade, 46.5 points per game combined by the seniors this season. Lauenstein right there, Robbins, Bannigan, Gaetano, Von Weedle. Those are your all primary players, and then the rest, and they are fantastic. And most, again, have played together since the third grade, and here they are in high school trying to get it done at a high level and trying to get a big win tonight here at Shenandoah. And they've got a 1-point lead coming out of the timeout.
Talk about knowing what your teammates are going to be doing. When you've known somebody for 5, 6, 7 years.
Let's see what Joe Murphy draws up here with 1:28 to go. And the shot clock is at 7. And Folk back in the game for 3. That is short. And the rebound controlled by Bethlehem. 1:15 to go. Griesbach in the lane, puts up a shot, no good. Rebound Shen. That's Parker who has it, and they're going to call a foul on Griesbach with a hold. Will be a non-shooting foul. Third team foul on Bethlehem. Shen has 4. 1:06 to go. Milham into Parker. And Shen down by 1 with the ball. Final minute of the game. Parker with the dribble. Soden thought about it. Out front. Milham for 3. In and out. No good. Rebound. Shen put back. No good. Rebound Bethlehem. And Pacini's yelling timeout. She doesn't get one. And let's see where the ball is headed. That's a foul on Soden. And that is the 15th foul on Shen. So they're going to walk to the other end here. And we've got foul shots coming up. As you can see on the inside, Winter going to work, and then the foul is called on Soden. And Sarah Gaetano will be at the foul line. She was the one that was fouled underneath the basket that you just saw in that last sequence. And Soden comes out, and Gurney back in for Shen with 48 seconds to go. And that is her 5th personal foul. So Soden fouls out. And Sarah Gaetano at the line. She's got the first. It's a 2-point game. This is a big shot here with 48 seconds to go. And she misses it. And the rebound, Milham. 2-point game. Milham racing up the floor with the basketball. Final 40 seconds. Shen down 2. And a foul out front on Lauenstein. That's only the 4th team foul, so they got one more to give. That is 4 on Lauenstein. It'll be Shen ball side out, down by 2. Final 30 seconds here of regulation, I should say. And the 3 by Teague is too long. And the rebound to Bannigan, and Coach Pacini calls a timeout. Timeout by Trish Pacini with 26 seconds to go, and her team up by 2. Let's take a look at the upcoming schedule here for the Eagles after tonight. And again, there's not many left. They've got Saratoga, Guilderland, and then the playoff seeds will be announced, as we said, on the 21st. As for Shenendehowa, here's what Coach Murphy has left after tonight. An Albany High team that's playing extremely well. They beat Averill Park earlier in the week, and then they play Averill Park. So 2 tough games for Shen to close it out before the playoff seeds are announced. What was happening in both huddles there? What do you think?
Well, right now, with Bethlehem having the lead and the basketball, they are in the driver's seat. So they are going to be inbounding the ball. They want to inbound it to a good free throw shooter, whoever that might be. Shen, on the other hand, wants to foul early if they can get a foul before the clock even starts.
Yeah, how quickly, if you're Shen, Leo, you foul?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You need the ball back. You're not going to get it off of a shot clock violation, so you need to foul and put them to the free throw line as soon as possible.
All right, the all-important side out, and it's stolen, and the layup is good by Winter off the turnover to tie the game at 42 with 21 seconds to go. And a timeout here, and now Bethlehem will maybe get the last shot. And that was the steal. That was a design side-out play and a steal by Gianna Winter, who was a double-digit scorer this year for Shen, and she gets the tying bucket with 21 seconds to go. And she's got 6 points in the fourth quarter, does Winter.
He asked me what the coaches are talking about and hoping for. We didn't include just get a steal and tie the game up.
Yeah. Steal the inbounds. Well, they're going to try it again, and they'll get the ball in the half court here. And 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
So now they're playing for overtime and free basketball, Shenandoah.
Lowenstein with the basketball and the drive. Gaetano over to Bannigan, looking inside. They're trying to get the ball down low. Now there's only 9 seconds to play. Tied at 42. And the drive. Gaetano. No foul call. Ball goes out of bounds. Coach Pacini wants a foul there. No call. The ball goes out of bounds to Shen with 3 seconds to go in the game. And I'm pretty sure they will get the ball underneath, right? So they're going to have to go the length of the court here to try to get a shot off with only 3 seconds to go. That's an uphill climb right there.
Absolutely. But the good news is they have the chance to take the last shot. If it's a made, it's game over. If it's a miss, they go into overtime.
Here is the last sequence. Gaetano, that is Bannigan, had the ball knocked away. And then Griesbach to Gaetano, and there is the drive. And again, that's the call that I think Coach Pacini wanted a foul on. But they didn't call a foul, and with only 3 seconds to go, they decided not to blow the whistle there, or whether it was a foul or not. There was no call. It was a no call on that play. And now it'll be Shen ball, and they will inbounds in the half court. They don't have to go the distance. So now they get a much better chance here to try to get a shot off with 3 seconds to go. Game tied at 42. Shen will inbounds. See if they try to go to Milham. They're going inside, and they throw it away. They were trying to throw it down low to Winter, and the ball is thrown out of bounds. So that's a turnover. And you would think that goes back to Bethlehem, right?
Back to Bethlehem.
No time off the clock.
No time off the clock. No timeout, so they can't advance it. They cannot advance it, so they also have to run a possession 60 feet from the basket.
Bannigan will inbound. 3 seconds to go. Into Robbins. Robbins going to have to put it up at the buzzer, and we're going to overtime. Overtime on the game of the week. Tied at 42. And here we go. A little OT on a Friday night from Shenendehowa between Shen and Bethlehem. Stay with us. but it doesn't. What do you guys want to do? And we are back and set for overtime here at Shen. Shen and Bethlehem tied at 42. They put 4 minutes on the clock. And here we go. The tap controlled by the Eagles. And Lily Griesbach with the dribble. Just underway in OT. This is the closest and best game I think we've had of our series so far. We got one game left next week on Thursday night. We'll do a high school boys basketball game. Shenendahowa Shen boys at CBA. It's coming up next week. And which team is going to defend the best in overtime? Excellent ball movement on the perimeter by Shen. Parker back to Winter. 3-point shot, no good. Rebound, Milham attacking the glass. Last touch by Lowenstein. It'll be Shen ball. Good hustle by Kate Milham on the glass. Milham, 15-footer, good. Kate Milham gets the first bucket of the overtime. 44-42. Bethlehem down 2. Looking to answer the Milham bucket. Inside to Robbins. Double teamed and still finds a way to score.
Great job by Robbins of stepping through that double team and finishing with her left hand.
And we're tied at 44. Milham. Bounce pass to Gurney, and they turn it over. Shen with a turnover in the half court.
I think you got to go right back into Robbins again. Burn a little bit of clock, side to side, swing that basketball, and right back into your go-to player.
Gaetano with the ball. Bounce pass. Bannigan gets an open look. That's too strong. And Lowenstein tracks down the loose ball, throws it off a Shen player, and went off of. But it's going to be Bethlehem ball, really an alert play by Lowenstein. And the Eagles will keep it in a tie game with 2:03 to go. Bannigan into Robbins. And they'll set their offense with Griesbach. Robbins way out on the perimeter, but they're going to get her down inside in a hurry, or at least in the lane. That's a nice little play. Got her coming off a little screen, and she hits a nice jumper to give her team the lead.
The set's for her to go to the other side of the paint to post up, but she reads the defense and pops to the top of the key for the easy 2.
Parker, little pump fake there. Winter back out front. Parker, her 3-point shot no good. Milham the rebound, and she is going to be tied up by Bannigan. Possession arrow, though, favors Shen, and they'll keep it with 1:27 to go in a 2-point game. Mia Parker will inbound. And she throws it in, and it's stolen by Robbins. Big turnover there in a 2-point game. Bethlehem up 46-44 with the ball. And they can certainly take their time here on this offensive set. Griesbach, top of the key. Shot clock at 10. Robbins, she's been trouble down low all game long. Big 3-point shot off the mark. Griesbach, rebound Shen. Down by 2 inside a minute to go. 3-point shot on its way and good. That is Gurney. She buries a corner 3 and Shen takes the lead 47-46 with 50 seconds to go in a timeout by Coach Pacini. And here you go, Leah Bowers. One extra pass.
Excellent job. Bethlehem is there. They're contesting these three-point shots, which is all you can ask for. But Gurney is able to knock it down still with a hand in her face.
The sophomore. Gurney 6 points, 2 threes. And a big one here in the overtime. One in the fourth quarter and one in OT for Jordan Gurney, the sophomore, to give her team the 1 point lead, 47-46. And Bethlehem will inbound in the half court. Bannigan into Robbins. Gaetano with 18 to shoot. Lauenstein with the bucket. Hannah gives her team the lead, 48-47. That is the 6th lead change of this game. We're in the final 30 seconds. Bethlehem leads by 1, 48-47. 20 seconds to go. Parker, Milham. Open look from the right wing, no good. By Weber, rebound, Bethlehem, and a foul with 11 seconds to go. And foul shots, big ones coming at the other end for the Eagles in a 1 point game. Bethlehem 4 of 11 from the charity stripe tonight. And Hannah Lauenstein is at the line shooting 2 shots. The first shot on its way and good. And here is Lauenstein with the move into the lane, a little runner. It goes, and she makes both foul shots. And they're up by 3 with 11 seconds to go. And Joe Murphy calls a timeout as Bethlehem leads 50-47 with 11 seconds to go. And all right, let me ask you, Leah Bowers, 11 seconds to go. You almost need a 3 here, don't you? 11 seconds to go, you get a 2. There'll be very little time left. Even if you get the 2 point shot, I think you got to go for 3 here.
I think either way you go for a quick shot, whether that be a 2 or 3. Each coach's philosophy is a little different. Going for that 3 to tie is wonderful. If you miss, you get a chance for an offensive rebound and either a quick putback, and then we can foul and get Bethlehem to the line and get the ball back, or a quick putback for a kick-out 3, quick offensive rebound for a kick-out 3. So I think no matter what, it's got to be a quick shot within the first 5 or 6 seconds to still leave about 5 seconds on the clock to give yourself enough time to get a second possession.
Well, Gurney just hit a big 3. They could go to her. Milham more than capable, but I'm sure Bethlehem will be locked in to Kate Milham, who has 17 points. Robbins right there has 17 points. Final 11 seconds. Bethlehem trying to come up with a road win here, and they're up by 3. And another timeout. And Joe Murphy wanted to see, it's a good job by Coach Murphy to see what the defense looked like, and then he'll use another timeout here to either keep the same play or maybe tweak it a little bit. Set to go here out of the timeout. Again, 11 seconds to play in the overtime. And Bethlehem up 50-47 on Shenendahowa. And Mia Parker is going to inbound the ball. And man-to-man defense. Ball into Kate Milham with 10. On the bounce to Gurney. And now Parker. And now Gurney. That's a 3 to tie it. She's got it. Or that is Weber to tie it. And at the buzzer. And how about Weber? Kaylee Weber, the freshman, hits a 3 with about a second to go in the overtime. And we've got double overtime here on My 4 tonight on our Game of the Week. You talk about a clutch 3, and she's only a freshman. Here's another look. That's Milham. They give it up to Parker. She drives, kicks, open look, bury it. Weber. And we've got a double overtime game here, tied at 50.
Parker's been doing that this whole game, attacking the gaps. When you're playing against a zone defense, your offense needs to penetrate those gaps and kick out the shooters. Picture perfect pass out to the shooting pocket for 34 to hit it, knock it down.
She's only a freshman, and this is a Shen team that has a couple of good ones that are really making an impact this season. Young upcoming team or players, and they're getting a ton of experience. Weber and Soden, and Weber with a absolute big three there to get this to double overtime.
Both these players have been on varsity since their 8th grade year, so it just shows what they're learning in a short amount of time under Coach Murphy's tutelage.
So put 4 minutes on the clock, Leah Bowers, and let's have some more basketball here on a Friday night.
I've got nothing to do, Roger, so.
We always root for competitive games, close games, and we got one tonight. Right inside to Robbins with the left hand off the glass, and how good has she been this game? 19 for Robbins.
I like the addition to her move. Before, she was just drop-stepping over her right shoulder. That time she took one power dribble to the middle and then spun back to that right shoulder.
And that's the absolute right call. Go to Robbins down low, and they do. Three-point shot is good. That is Weber again. She hits a three to send it to double overtime, and now a three to give her team the lead, 53-52. Kaylee Weber. 3:08 to go in double overtime. Posting up down inside. Can they get her the ball? Now she gets the ball off the rebounds. Caitlin Robbins back up for the shot. And a 3-second violation is called on Robbins. And Shen gets it back off the turnover with 2:54 to go. And a near steal by Lowenstein. Lowenstein's a good defender. She's been tremendous defensively here in this game, which is what the scouting report will tell you. When you ask Coach Pacini who your best defender is, that name comes up. Shen by one with the ball in double overtime. Weber's had the hot hand. It's good again. Wow. Kaylee Weber. That's her third three. And it's a 4-point game. Still though, 2:20 to go in double overtime.
The quickness of that release as well, the catch and release was super fast, able to get that shot off.
14 points for Weber. Shen by 4, 56-52, and a foul from behind. And that's going to be on Gianna Winter. And it will send Griesbach to the line shooting 2 shots. And this very quickly can become a 2-point game. And the first shot is no good. One more. And here is the Weber three. She's hit 3 in a row. Second shot is good. 1 of 2 from Lily Griesbach. And it's a 3-point game with 2:08 to go in double overtime. Parker with the dribble out front. Lowenstein on her, and now a reach-in foul is going to be called on Lowenstein, and that might be her 5th. That is her 5th personal foul, so arguably their best defender fouls out, and it will put Maya Parker at the line, shooting 2 shots here with 1:57 to go in a 3-point game. Little John checks in for Teague, or Teagan Folk. Teagan hit those 3s in the first half. Parker, big shot there at the line. to extend this to a 4-point game, 57-53. And she calmly hits both of them. And now it's a 5-point game inside 2 minutes to go. Bethlehem needs a possession here that results in a bucket. Instead, they turn it over on the dribble drive to the rim by Bannigan. She lost control, ball goes out of bounds, and Shen gets it back up by 5 with 1:48 to go. Milham in the Winter, and she turns it over. Tried to feed Tegan Falk, and Shen turns it right back over. 1:42 to go. Big possession right here.
Lowenstein being out of the game is a hit for sure because she's been so consistent in their offense, but they still have Robbins. They still have Bannigan on the floor. They just need to run a set to get it into him.
They get it to her at the foul line extended and sets up a three. It's no good, but the Eagles get the rebound. That was Griesbach. 3-point shot by Gaetano is no good, and the ball goes off the rim and out of bounds to Shenendahoa with 1:21 to go. Full court press here by Bethlehem, which down by 5 really need to do. And Winter brings it across midcourt to Parker, the point guard. 1:13 to go. Shen with the ball and a 5-point lead in double overtime. Nice backdoor cut. The layup is good by Tegan Falk, the freshman.
Really a nice look over the top by Weber as well.
That was a design play there by Coach Murphy. And the block by Milham on Bannigan. Back inside. And Robbins scores again with the left hand. Dominant performance by Caitlin Robbins. But it's a 5-point Shen lead. There's only 45 seconds to go. And Joe Murphy gets a timeout. So the bucket by Robbins ends a 10-0 run by Shenendahoa. And we have a 5-point game with the 45 seconds to go. And if you're Bethlehem, you're going to have to put Shen at the line.
Absolutely. You want as much time on the clock as possible. Even though there's 27 on the shot clock, technically you could defend and get the ball back without fouling, but you still are down 2 possessions at least.
Well, if Shen holds on to win this game, Kaylee Weber, the freshman, with absolutely huge 3-point shots here. In fact, it was 3 in a row for Kaylee, and the big one to send it to the extra session. And now we're in double overtime. Let's see how quickly Bethlehem here can foul as soon as Shen inbounds the ball. And if Shen hangs on, we will have a chance to talk to Kaylee Weber in the postgame. Shen gets it in but turns it over. And here's an opportunity for Bethlehem, but they turn it right back over, and then there's a foul. Oh, they stepped out of bounds. So it's going to be Bethlehem ball as Shen turns it over on the inbounds pass. And there's still 41 seconds to go. This game's not over yet, especially after that turnover. Gaetano will inbound. Von Weedle to Bannigan. Inside, Robbins backing in with the left hand. This one is no good. Scramble for the rebound, and Shen comes up with it. And now they're going to have to foul. And they do foul Parker. And Parker will go to the line with 24 seconds to go. And a couple of made foul shots here would ice this game.
To the line, shooting 2 for Shen, Parker.
And Maya Parker at the line has the first one. And it's now 61-55, up by 6. 24 seconds to go, and a tough spot for Bethlehem here. Still just a 2-possession game. This one would make it a 3-possession game with just 24 seconds to go. Timeout Bethlehem, 62-55 and a 7-point lead. Well, a highly entertaining game tonight on the girls' side in the Suburban Council. Both teams had their high points tonight. It's Shen with that big three with Weber to send the game into when it was a 3-point game. It looked like maybe Bethlehem was going to get out of here with a road win. Weber steps up and knocks down a three to force the overtime, and now we are in double OT.
It's that ultimate weapon. If you have a player or a group of players that can shoot the three, the game can change instantly.
And Parker there is 4 for 4 in the overtime and some big foul shots. Bannigan is fouled by Milham, and that's the last thing you wanted to do. But still only 19 seconds to go. You put Bannigan at the line with her team down by 7. Kate, the outstanding cross-country runner, and I was told by Coach Pacini she didn't even get to the team until December because they were in the Nationals in Eugene, Oregon. And she'll run at Furman in college coming up. She is a senior. Does a nice job at the basketball court as well. And back in the game is Tegan Falk. Final 19 seconds, 62-56. Parker up with it and a foul. Griesbach with the foul to put Parker back to the line again. She's 4 for 4. Only 15 seconds to go. And really, at this stage, no need to foul here. Shen's going to come out of this with a very hard-fought win on their home court tonight. And they will snap Bethlehem's 4-game winning streak. Five for 5 at the line for Parker, and she'll have one more. And she's got them both. A perfect 6 for 6 for Parker at the line. Final 15 seconds. Shen up 64-56. Griesbach with the runner. Can't get it to go on the drive. And the rebound back out front. And the three-point shot is no good at the buzzer by Von Weedle. And that's going to do it. Terrific game here tonight. Double overtime. Shenendahowa beats Bethlehem 64-56. Here is the game time three. Down by 3. Time running out. And it is Weber to send it overtime. And Shen wins it in double overtime. All right, we are back on the post game here from Shenendahowa. Shen in double overtime wins it 64-56. Roger Wyman along with the star of this game, Kaylee Weber, and my partner tonight, Leah Bowers. And congratulations. What was your mindset here? Down by 3, and you get the 3 to tie the game. Take us through that sequence.
I just wanted to do it for my team. We had been working so hard the whole game, and just our defensive effort and just wanting to do it for them.
Was that designed to go to you, or did it just end up in your hands with time running out?
No, it just ended up in my hands.
Being in ninth grade now, you're on varsity last year as an eighth grader. What are some things you learned last season watching the team getting some minutes that are proving successful this year?
I think just believing in each other, being mentally tough throughout the game really helped me today.
Have you been is that your game, shooting the three?
Yeah, I like shooting the three.
No question, and you made a bunch of them tonight in big spots, and you saw it tonight too, Leah, right? Calm, cool, and collected for a freshman. That's pretty impressive.
Absolutely. What's your favorite spot on the floor to shoot that three?
Probably right in the middle there. Yeah.
Well, congratulations. Outstanding win in double overtime. Go and enjoy this win.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Kaylee.
Congratulations.
All right. Interesting the way this game unfolded, but Bethlehem had this thing up by 3, and then Weber. And Weber makes 3 in a row for a freshman.
There's really not much you can do about that when a player is going to go off like that for 3 straight threes to bring the game up. But Bethlehem doing a really nice job. Even though they lost this game, there's still a lot of really great takeaways for them to take.
No question. Milham was really good tonight for Shen, and for Bethlehem, we talked about Caitlin Robbins in the pregame and what she can do, and she was terrific tonight.
Absolutely, and she really only put it on for the last 2.5 quarters. If she had gotten the ball a little bit more in that first quarter, it might have been a different story, but it just talks about how unselfish of a player she is. She's not forcing a lot of shots.
Do you think, as you look at these two teams with the playoffs coming up, both these teams could be dangerous for the overtime?
Absolutely. The way they can shoot the three, the post presence they have inside, and their coaching.
Yeah, no doubt. 2 outstanding coaches. We saw a battle here tonight. We saw some good defense tonight, too, at times, right? And the changing of defenses and the man-to-man and the zone. And both coaches had to figure out how they wanted to attack the other's defense tonight.
Absolutely. Credit to both teams of trying to recognize what that defense was, how to attack it, swinging the ball from left to right.
All right, Leah, let's take a look at the final stats here in this double overtime win by Shenendehowa. What do you make here of the threes and the made field goals?
Well, you got to look at it. 21 made field goals to only 13, but it's those 3-pointers, right? You're getting another point for every basket made there. And credit to Shenendehowa's shooters. They didn't hit any in the first half. And in the second half and in the overtimes, they came out firing.
Yeah, I guess we don't need to bury the lead, right? When you look at those stats, 9 made threes to 2 for Bethlehem, and they get it done in double overtime. In fact, when you make 9 threes, you figure you might be able to pull away in this thing, win this thing going away. But that's not what you get when you get Caitlin Robbins working on the inside.
Yeah, she did a nice job of keeping her team close with her opponent hitting threes. She was doing everything she could inside.
Leah Bowers, as good as advertised. Thank you for joining me tonight and doing a great job on the broadcast.
I had a blast. What a great game, and thank you so much, Roger.
You got it. Appreciate it. Nice catching up with you. And we've got one more game, and it's coming up next week. We'll be on the road to close things out on a Thursday night. Will be our game of the week. It'll be Shenendehowa boys on the road at CBA. Coming up next, we've got the closer look with my colleagues, Steve Kuj and Rachel Teedy, coming up next here on My 4. Thanks for watching the double overtime win by Shenendehowa, 64-56 over Bethlehem. For the entire crew, I'm Roger Weiland. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, everyone.